Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge for Siena. If you like these kind of videos, be sure to like and share this video and to subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. I'm going to be honest and say this. We have got a very good youth squad right now. So many players right now that could come up and be eventually just first team players, really. 7 players right now are just looking very good indeed. I'm excited because I don't know what else to say at this point, and there's a lot of different talents coming through. That being said, this guy is leaving us at the end of the season, so I kind of feel a bit of regret not keeping him, but at the same time, he's only good enough to be considered a future Serie B left back. So again, at the same time, I'm not so concerned about letting Brian go, even though he has actually come a long way since January time, so he's definitely improved a bit there. But given the amount of talent we have coming through and the sheer amount of talents that are getting better and better, it's pretty good. MacLeod has, well, come a very long way. He's more of a winger on that side. He has for some reason played in a centre midfield position, which is a bit annoying. But this guy's come a long way. He's injury prone and not brave. It's the only issue we have with him. He's got the pace he needs. He's just not got the intelligence either, but he's very consistent. So this guy will give me performances left, right, and center, and I'm excited to see what we can do with him when he is good enough to be in the first team, because I will absolutely try and make him an attacking winger. Because Lenzy's position now, I feel Lenzy's not going to get any better, unfortunately. He's also inconsistent, so Lenzy's time at the club might be up and done. But with a man who's got 127 appearances in his career and has played quite a few times in Serie A in his career, 8 goals is not bad. He's got more goals in Serie A than he ever has done in any other division, which is very good for him. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing that we couldn't get much out of him this year. He was kind of letting me down a lot. Yes, he came from the bench a few times this year, but Lenzy, again, disappointing. This guy is definitely his replacement, and I'm already certain we can get the most out of him if we were to do more and more with him. Lenzy's quicker, yes, he's got better physicals and better vision and technicals, but everything else, he's kind of beaten in, which is a bit annoying, to say the least, and it tells me a lot. But yeah, both of them can play in that position, can play in that role. Bondi is ahead of both of them, but yeah, this guy is definitely the main man going forward in this position, and I'm very excited to see what we can do with him. And Lenzy's also only a Liga Pro player, so it helps my decision to not really think he's going to be in the first team for the time being. And also, MacLeod is also worth 100,000 already. It's not even a first team appearance yet, so that kind of cements my desire to make him a first team player. They both have contracts that expire in the same year, 2039. But Lenzy's time, I think, will absolutely be something we need to look into and say, maybe he's up. A bit disappointing, but what can you do? But still, we're looking at this, and there's a lot of things to be looking into, and I am very much interested in seeing what we can do in the future. Whether or not we can go for that, I don't know, but we've also had a lot of games since we last met, so shall we talk about them right now? So the first game we had was actually at home against Sampdoria, and that finish from Brazzone, who's starting to make himself the #1 choice in centre midfield again, was a very good finish. But Sampdoria do come back and win this game by 2-1. They get their first goal there. That guy, I remember being at a different club. I don't know who it was. I'm going to look at him later, but they score this free kick, Francisco with the header to give them the winner. And this is annoying. They deserve the win because they'll twice as many shots as we did, and their XG was much higher. But now I've got to look at you. He was at Lazio. Okay, that makes more sense. So he was at Lazio just a few years ago. So that's why I remember him playing, because he scored against us a few years ago. But yeah, Sampdoria won, and they were the bad team. It's nothing else to say about that. We had a bad game. Basilica had a 6.1 rating, which I think tells you how bad he was on this day, doesn't it? Coming into this game against Inter, no one had a really good run of form, but we actually were holding on until the last minute. 94 minutes in, Espinosa scores that winning goal, and I was heartbroken because I thought we'd done enough to get something out of this. We're trying a new formation. We're trying to go for a 4-3-3 formation because I felt we could do it, and I felt we needed to go a bit more defensive, and it worked for a long time until that goal came in. But Inter did deserve it. They had twice as many shots as we did, and they had 6 shots on target. We had just the 1. So if it wasn't for that, we might have actually got something out of this. But again, Inter were just really good. Even if they had lost about 4 times in the last 5 matches, something ridiculous, they were still going to get that late goal. And it was just a matter of time before they did, wasn't it? So yeah, Inter Milan, good team to be beaten by. Gallardi was actually playing as defensive midfield in this game, so take that as you will. The next game we had, we hosted Sampdoria, and Roberto Bondi gets the ball back. He runs, and he scores 1-0 inside 28 minutes of the game. He's on form. Good goal from him. and we make it 2-0 after this throw-in. I've tinkered the tactics a little bit, I'm going to be honest and say this. Brazzone finds Oliver, who heads it down to Lugini, who scores to make it 2-0. And in the 94th minute of the game, they get a goal from a corner. We have an issue with a corner, I think, but Patelli getting their header on target. They will feel a little annoyed that they couldn't do better than this, but honestly, at the end of the day, we were the better team, and it showed in the scoreline. So, a game for us that we can justify saying we won, and if only we can keep this up. A good win, and it's our first win in about 9 matches, so it was good time for us, it really was. We then went on and took on Napoli in this next match. We lost this game 2-0, admittedly. They were the better team, Cabrazza with both the goals, and yes, when that guy is scoring, you know it's going to be difficult for us. We tried to do something in the second half, but unfortunately we get caught 3 minutes into the second half, and Cabrazza scores his second. Good finish from him. Napoli win 2-0. They're one of the teams to be looking out for and to try and beat. And we actually gave it a good go, I'll say this much. We didn't play badly, but we weren't great either. We didn't have as many shots on target as they did, and we actually had more shots off target than they did, which is a bit annoying, to say the least. And we had a clear-cut chance too. I think we did have opportunities, we just didn't take them, and that for me is the annoying part. And if we keep on having issues, then we're going to have nothing to show for it, unfortunately for us. So, games when we're not doing so well, it shows very much heavily in the, well, it shows heavily in the scorelines, doesn't it? And the stats. So, yeah, not our best game, and they won by 2-0. The next game we had was against one of our fiercest rivals in Frosinone, and we won this by 1-0. Conte finds Oliver, who finds Bondi, who finds the back of the net. 1-0, good goal, good win. I could not be happy with this situation. A win here is the most impressive thing, and yes, we honestly deserved this. We had twice as many shots as they did, practically, and the first half we were just dominant. They came back in the second half a little bit, but we still won the game comfortably. So it's just a matter of time before we won this, wasn't it, in the end of the day, given the chances we had. And the new tactics I've started to work on, same formation, just different tactics, different way of approaching things, works quite nicely. We then hosted Hellas Verona, and we won this game by 3-1. But Fofana finds Oliver for the opening goal, his first goal in a little while, and that's good for us because we're now starting to get goals comfortably and our form is coming back. We're coming to this game with 2 wins in 3, and Brazzone finds the ball and finds Oliver with that cross. A good finish indeed for his second. And we make it 3-0 inside 40 minutes, and I honestly was thinking, wow, we are doing really well in this game. But Bondi finds the back of the net with that header. Doesn't often score headers, but when he does, it's nice. And we're looking very comfortable. We do consider a late goal. We miss a header, unfortunately for us, and the ball cross was very good, and the keeper was called out, surprisingly. They do get that goal. Our clean sheet's destroyed, but we still win 3-1, and we still deserve the win. We just did ourselves justice, and we just made our chances count. Unfortunately for us, we don't always need to do that, which is a bit annoying, but there you go. Not ideal, to say the least. Still, 3 points is 3 points, and I can't complain about that. The last game we had before we met up was this game against Sassuolo, and I was not expecting this win. I'll be honest, I thought we were going to lose it, but Oliver gets the opening goal. Don't know how he gets there first, but he does. And just a minute later, Sassuolo equalise. Free kick for them, and we don't deal with the heading defensively, and it's annoying, but we get a late winner. Farimini, of all people, finds Fofana, who scores the last gasp winner in the 87th minute of the game to ensure we get all 3 points. I was surprised we won this game, I'm going to be honest with you. I was thinking we're going to lose, but here we are, getting all 3 points in a game we should not be winning. But there you go. 3 points against Sassuolo, and they were the better team. They are honestly the better team, and we might have just snatched this away when we probably didn't deserve it. We just created the chance. The last gasp chance was what did it. And when a substitute comes on and delivers that kind of ball, and he's done that well, then you can't complain at all, can you? I mean, at this point, you're kind of gathered we're safe. We also gave Landy a start in this game too, which is also promising that we can still win despite having a rotated team. But we won 3 in the bounce. I remember saying about being concerned about relegation. We're not going to be relegated, we're comfortably safe. In fact, we are in 11th place. We could fall as low as, I say 15th, I say 14th now, because actually Hellas Verona can't finish above us since we kind of beat them. But we can finish below Sampdoria because they beat us twice. Genoa have got the extra points in their pocket, so we can probably, well, kiss the chance of going below them goodbye if we don't win. And we beat Frosinone last time out, so yeah, we can't, we're above them because we can't be below them anymore. But we can only finish as low as 14th, which should be our second best finish, but we'd like to finish above 12th place again, which would be nice. And if we can finish in at least 12th place, then that's a good season, honestly, all things considered. 4 wins in the last 5 has just absolutely killed any chance we're going to go down. And even the points we had, 36 points, was actually enough for us to survive. We have Parma in this next match, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not looking at this thinking we should be relegating this team. I'm looking at this thinking, how can I rotate my side? I've changed my tactics a little bit. I've made this tactic, I changed a little bit here and there. I've just changed all this a bit as well. No offside trap, which is annoying, not getting stuck in. We're still pressing high, still doing more. This is parts the same, but we've also tinkered this a little bit. So we're not going shorter passing. We're still going to know crosses and such, but we're not forcing the attack out wide or anything like that. And it's literally the same idea for all my tactics. We've gone for this as well. So this formation, when we're playing this, we're going to go attacking center midfield, deep line playmaker on support. Conte will play there, or Rossi or Gallardo could play there. So we've got options now that can play in the defensive midfielder role if we needed them. We've got the pressing forward, and Oliver can come in and help out as well. And then we got this as well. So we've got 3 different formations if we needed to, which for me is very promising that we got 3 different formations that can come in and do some work. The instructions are identical. We're not changing anything with the instructions, and there's no player instructions either. So we're just literally going, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at and seeing, what can we do from here? We're going to give Moliko a chance today for his debut. He's going to start because DBS is being not so great. Gallardi, as of moment, has not been great lately either. So we're not going to start him. Because, I say that, he's actually had 2 games, really good games in the left back. But Sassuolo, he was not so good. So he's going to start this game as a centre-back because Kaluki had a 6.4 rating. Gallardi had a 6.3 rating. So I should probably drop them both, actually. But Alberti's been great, 7.5 rating. Albini has had 6.4, so we're actually going to do this. We're going to bring Landy in to start again, so that's going to be an issue. I also was looking at my here, and they were actually at one point saying disappointing. And I was thinking, okay, I might need to stop playing some players then. Conte had a 6.7 rating. He's actually been injured as of late, so he hasn't played as much. But look at that rating as of late, 6.3, 6.3, 6.3, 6.7. So it's because of 6.7 I'm starting him. But Zoni's been really good as of late. His 6.5 was the only issue. But yeah, if it's a 6.4 or less in the last game, I'm going to start dropping players. 6.6 for Pigneri. And Oliver, it's Oliver. He's got 3 goals in the last 2 matches, so he's been good. If we can get players performing, then it's great. And we're going to start looking at these players and saying, okay, we can start dropping players. Rossi has been good as of late. I'm going to look at all teams, actually. He did well in the under-18s match against AC Milan's under-18s. So we're actually going to start him as a right-back today. So I think playing some younger talents is a good chance to do this. Because 1, they're young. 2, well, we've got nothing to play for. We can relegate Parma, but we can still finish as low as 13th, 14th. I don't think we have to worry too much. Also, Udinese, they've got 10 points in the last 5 matches. They've literally come out of nowhere and decided, yeah, actually we want to survive this year. They have Napoli. So we are probably the best chance for Parma to survive if they want to go up. And because I'm going to rotate my team and I'm going to be going ahead and saying, yeah, we need to give some younger players a chance in the first team, then yeah, we're going to do this. Because it's also my second team, because it's also a team that I think we can win against, we're going to do this. And we're going to see what we can do because this is a young team. And I still think there's a lot of potential coming from this. And I'm excited personally that we can do a lot of damage. Also, Luigi's injured and that's why we're not playing him. And there's also the reason why we're not playing some of the players here. But Picaneri plays an inverted winger. It works better here. And yeah, box to box is not ideal considering with how the partnership is very poor. So maybe both players are not so great. Fantozzi is also injured and he's got a slipped disc. And I'm now looking at him thinking, is he good enough for the team anymore? And I'm looking at him thinking, probably not. I think he's now a player that we might need to look on. At the age of 29 as well, he's definitely the oldest player. And with DiBiase also injured and now not getting as good as more, I think DiBiase's time in the first team might be coming to an end, which is saying something. But again, it's one of those things, you can't really say much more than that. We got a lot of players coming in, and I think we got to look at this and say, who's going to stay in the first team after the season and who's not? Because a lot of defenders are coming in and looking like they could be in the first team. So let's go with this, give a debut to a player and see what we can do. Because we've got a lot of young talent that we can actually throw into the first team and see what we can do with. Because I'm excited. Let's see how we can do against relegated Fresh in the Parliament on the last day of the season. Oh, also, by the way, I still want to win. I'm not changing that about this. I just want to give young players a chance today. That's the only thing I'm doing. Okay, they got a throw straight away, and Rossi plays the ball away with his header, but no one's really there, which is a bit annoying. The question now is, could we do better? Herberti gets the ball back. Here's Bozzoni now, Conte and Fofana on the ball. He's lost out, though. A bit disappointing, actually, from Fofana there. He's messed it up. And what can we do with this situation? Marinelli, oh, he's got past Rossi, who's not done himself justice there. But Conte has got the ball briefly. He's going to get the ball again, potentially no. And that's a chance they should have scored. I'm going to say they should have now. That should have been a goal for them. So probably to win, but we've also want to win to get an 11th place finish. Malika with the chance now to do something. He's on his debut too, so he's got nothing to lose here. Pigneri on the ball. He looks so tiny compared to all my other players. Malika, Bozzoni now. Finds Conte, finds Bondi. Can play it out wide to Rossi, has done. Oh, that's a good ball to Bondi. And now, a chance to play in the middle or play back to Rossi, has done. Conte, can play it to Bozzoni, has done. Goes for goal. Oh, what a goal from Bozzoni. I'm starting to regret not playing him more this season. And now, with those sort of finishes, which is his 39th league goal and 41st for the club, he's now matched Alioni as the highest goal scorer in terms of that regard. So, very good finish from him. And Bozzoni, long-range effort. That's what he can bring as a box-to-box midfielder. And I'm so happy with putting him back in the team now. I missed using him, honestly. He's one of my favourite players. They got a kick now themselves. And they've scored from the free kick. Ramos with the finish. It's his first of the season too. First ever goal for the club. They're going for more attacking as well. So they kind of need to go for more attacking. And it's already paid off. I'm not sure if it was made before this free kick or after the free kick. But they've got their goal. And set pieces is our weakness this season, it feels like. It's a bit of a shame. Okay, we've got a throw in our own half. It's a bit annoying. But here's Rossi on the ball. And I have a lot of faith in Rossi that he can improve for us, but that's not the best ball from him, and I'd rather not lose this game, personally. Especially when they got an opportunity now to do something for now, or for no, finds Giglio, for no. I don't want to lose this game after I've given the young talents a chance, but Lendi gets the ball away, the 15-year-old. He's now apparently a Serie B talent, which is very good, and here's Bondi. Go do some damage. I'm not sure what Lenza is doing, but here's Fofana. Goes out wide to Conte. I made some changes because some of the players weren't doing so great, but Bertocchini on the ball now. What can he do from this? Cuts it inside, plays it across. It's not the best in the world, and now they have a chance to get a counter-attack, which is a bit annoying. Mamone on the ball, and now Fioretti. They've scored. They've actually beaten us. This is not a good sign. I'm actually got to berate the team. This is not a good game now. Here I was thinking, we should be doing well. It's not like one of the games we're going to do badly. And now all of a sudden, the changes we've made, it's not worked. And for the first time in a long time, we're actually losing to a team that we should be beating. That's annoying. It really is. We're going to go attacking. I've gone for a more attacking approach now. Rossi, okay, we lost the ball. That's not great. I'm starting to wonder if I made a mistake by playing that guy at the wing, but Mamone, another chance for that, but Palmer potentially to get third, and it's no. This has not been a good game for us. We need to break the team because it's not been a good game, and I don't want to. I've lost the game. All right, that's annoying. That is actually pretty annoying. You know, I honestly thought we would still win, but they still went down anyway because Udinese actually managed to beat Napoli of all teams. So there you go. Udinese beat Napoli to get themselves survival. They can't even get survival even by beating us. I don't know what they were doing though. It was ridiculous. It was one of the most annoying things because I know we could actually have won that game. They don't want to improve it. Really? Okay. So I've managed to convince them, yeah, 5.28 million to improve the facilities. It'll be done in December. Okay. But yeah, Palmer still get relegated anyway, even though they won, which is actually annoying to me now because we just lost a team. But Maliko gets his debut. I gave us some debuts. Wait, he's only got 13 months left? What? Okay, let's give him a contract. I didn't realize he had that little time left in his contract. That's annoying to me. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. And there we go. I genuinely hadn't realized we had that little time left on the contract, but okay. Europa League, Milan win 5-0 against Sampdoria to get Europa League football. Atalanta beat Fiorentina to secure Europa League football as well. And Bologna were victorious against Spal. So there you go. 11th place finish, despite the fact we didn't finish on a high that I was hoping we would. But again, not the end of the world. We just got to do better than better, right? Okay, I'll be back with you in a bit once we get to the end of the season. We literally just got 6 million for finishing 11th. And we just spent most of that on this facility upgrade. But there you go. Either way, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, the end of the season review is finally arrived. And here we are. We let some players out on a permanent basis. I actually sacked Brenner. I'm going to be honest with you. He was not happy with some of the things I was saying. And apparently he was upset with the fact that I was not going to give him new contracts. And I was always going to let him go anyway at the end of the season. And he says, okay, I'm going to kick off us. Okay, sure. If you want to do that, I'll just sack you instead. Because he was literally going to go at the end of the season anyway. So Brenner leaving was not an issue for me. Sassoni actually played 5 times for his team. Oh, okay. Juventus played him. But I think, I got to look at this. He played for the under-23s team. Good to know. Okay. So he played in Serie B, which is literally his level. So there you go. I was going to say, I didn't think that would be the case. But here we go. Look at these players coming in and all those talents. Marco Mauro is incredible and will be my second choice goalkeeper next season. There's no question about it. He's my backup goalkeeper for next year. He'll want game time, but I won't be able to give it to him, sadly. But this guy's incredible. Playing the 3rd tier again. He's helped his side get to a 2nd place finish, and they still have a chance to get promoted still. Oh, versus Antella going back up. That actually makes me happy to see them do well again. It's been a long time since they've done something productive, but this team were in Serie B for a bit. I just realized, yeah, they're in Serie B at the beginning of the season, so this team could go back to Serie B in a bit, thanks to Marco Mauro, who can get 2 promotions in 2 seasons. Good for him. But yeah, Marcy left us for 10,000. He is, well, apparently it's a loan deal. Yeah, it's a loan deal. We got 10 grand out of it, though. He's played 30 times. Winate, did they survive? Yeah, they got 10th place. So they actually got in the top. Oh, good for them. They got in the playoffs, but they didn't get promoted. So it's not surprising there. And Matalika, they were relegated, I think. I'm assuming. Yeah, probably relegated. This team was definitely relegated, though. Bottom of the table, unfortunately for them. Our goalkeeper had a lot of game time, though. So he was productive, to say the least. 34 games. And as was other goalkeeper out on loan, Consensa, 14th place, they survived. I actually thought they were going to go down for a bit. Pianese had a bad run, but they got 8th place regardless. So yeah, this team did well, but they're not going to go up. So again, a lot of our players play for teams that were doing well this year. The Cagnia, yeah, I don't see him having a good season. They finished in 11th place, so he did have some game time, but he wasn't even starting the last game. I wonder if he's actually going to end his career now. Basenti had gains at Alessandria. They finished in 12th place. Basenti, again, a 9 talent. He's got the potential, but he doesn't seem to show a lot. And I think his temperamental side of him is going to cost him his future. It really is. Yeah, finished in 11th place. It's a good season again. And the Coppa Italia first round again. Lost to Lazio. It's Lazio, for goodness sake. We're always going to lose a game. Average attendance of 10,808. Good for us. Oliver not getting 20 goals in the league campaign for the first time since his first season in the club is actually a bit of a shock to me. But again, he's still getting goals left, right, and centre. And the biggest win was the 4-1 win against Calgary when Oliver got 2 goals and Bonnie got 2 goals. The match to remember was the 4-1 victory against Parma, which is one so irritated we lost in the league against them by 2-1. It's a different tactic, mind you, but it's still annoying. And the goal of the season was when Bondi scored that goal against Subtour. We actually saw it in the highlight briefly, so I won't go back and show you. But sponsorship, 1.72 million. Speaking of that, we're actually going to get some more sponsorship coming in because the main kit sponsors is Spires this year, and that was a 5-year deal. So we were in the 3rd tier when it happened initially. Broadcasting revenue, we actually got up by 4 million. Corporate and hospitality is up by £1,000. Competition prize money, it's gone down a little bit because we finished low in the table, but that's fine. Matchday revenue up by 4,000. But honestly, the money we're putting in to get more, it works for us. Shirt sales, Oliver, Bondi, Rizzoni, Conti, and Fantozzi. Fantozzi's shirt might not be as popular anymore. He's 28, only 29, if not 29 now, so he'll be 30 next year. It's amazing he's already that old. How he lined up, it makes sense. If this is a formation, nobody got a good rating. Oliver with 6.98 was the best of the bunch. I didn't realize how average we were in some areas, you know? That surprises me a little bit more, I'd like to admit. But Gallardi gets there ahead of DiBiase. That's a shocker to me. Conte getting the first team, not surprising. He had the worst rating was 6.62, so he was disappointing. Fugazza 6.65, again disappointing. A lot of players in this team weren't so great, and that's annoying to me. Accolades, Oliver again, player of the season, young player of the season. Bondi with the goal of the season. Oliver, top goal scorer, 22 goals in all competitions. Bondi with 7 assists. That's the most assists. I'm surprised that's the case. But Oliver got the most player of the match awards, and the highest average rating was 7. And Conte gained 44 passes per 90 minutes. And competition awards, Pigneri got the Italian under-17's best midfielder twice, and he got the under-19's best as well, while Gallardi got the 17th best defender. Apparently the 7 assists is actually a new record. I don't believe that was second, but Fantosi's 387 appearances for the club is a record, as is Oliver's 167 goals in the league. While Landy's appearances in the team, he made 4 appearances this year at the age of 15 years and 136 days, is a record for us. So there we go. End of the season review. We're looking at this, we're looking at that, and oh my days, 2026. Only 2 players are still at the club. That is remarkable, and most of them are retired now too. Look, like, could you imagine how many people are retired now? Good lord. I didn't realize how many people were retired. Okay, just retired as a staff member now, but so no one's taking him up. I'm looking at all these people and I'm thinking, good lord, the amount of retirements I've seen now is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, Ali only retired at the age of 26. That's annoying, to say the least. Cristiani retired now. Mascuro retired. That's incredible hairstyle, I'm going to be honest and say that. Rokas is now retired too. Martinez has retired as well. So yeah, a lot of people retired. Nicotre is still playing at Teramo. That warms my heart to see he's still there. And he's made 176 appearances. He must be getting close to being an icon, a favourite personnel, surely. I've got to look at this. Is he a favourite personnel? No. Bugger. That actually, that annoys me. What was the record actually for most appearances at this club? Oh, he's nowhere near. 428. That's going to be some time to break that. And Gabriel Antonucci is also playing Cittadella. He's got 2 years there. Good for him. He's definitely suited his position. He's definitely suits this level. I'm going to keep an eye on my players because I like keeping an eye on my players, you know? The 2 that are not there. DiBiase, at the age of 28, is going to be replaced, I think, next year. I just don't see him in the first team anymore. I really don't. I also just realized he's 5'5". He's quite short, isn't he? And Fantosi being 29, 6 foot, but is declining. I got to look at replacing him. I really do. But yeah, we actually got 1 less point than expected, and we finished a place higher than expected, and we got 6 more goals than expected too. We're actually passive but wasteful. That surprised me. But we're on the verge of quiet and leaky, but quiet and, well, everything else. They want us to survive against relegation again. Can I get rid of some of these things? Like, I don't feel like going for the attacking thing is going to work, and playing for set pieces, I don't want to do that again either. Can I do that? Oh, they still want to play attacking football. Okay, so minimum expectations to be negotiated later, end of the season. Cool. And Siena's division is kind of important, so let's keep that and go with this. We're just going to say that players, we want to survive. Is it still here? We're going to come back because we're going to be in a relegation fight next time around. They're happy with that. Very happy. Let's go with some promises. Plenty young talents. Yep, good for that. There we go. We're good. We're seeing in the next pre-season. Pani Lenzi was not happy about something, which is annoying, but at the same time, I don't think he's going to be in the first team anyway, for the honest with you. Look at our stuff we have issues with here. We've definitely got a lot of problems I think we need to work on. Like, look, how many weaknesses we have is ridiculous. It really is. But the slip this for Fantosi is going to be an issue. We're going to go stay in Italy this time. But the fact we lost this game is annoying. But quarter-final, first leg against Novoa. So this is interesting. So versus Intella. The fact that Ternana not going up is surprising. That's the first in a long time they're not gone up, straight back up. But that's good. Serie B Player of the Year, Hugo Godoy. This guy is incredible. I'm just going to say this here now. And he wants to leave? He wants a new contract and not giving him a new contract. 27 grand. Oh, God, he's got 2 years left on his contract. Good luck to them. Good luck to them, honestly. Why am I on this list? What? I'm on this list. How? How am I on this list? I've got to look at the Sassuolo guy, though. Ramon, he is the man. I've got to look at this. To get his position where he did, that was an overachievement on his part. And manager of the year, I can do this, right? We're going to go for Ramon again. I've got to say this. The fact he got as where he did is still remarkable to me. It really is. But we're going to talk about these things later, as we got the same amount of money, and we got 500,000 in wage budget, 25.25 million in transfers. We don't spend it, so it makes no sense for me to care. But we're spending not a lot of money on wages. Let's actually look at that briefly while we are here, because we're now trying to get our possession up as well. We are spending 12.51 million on wages. We are rich. We are filthy rich. And also, in the process of a board takeover, there are rumors that another consulting could replace the current group owners. So that's going to be something to look into and to, I suppose, be a little concerned about. But again, it's not the end of the world. They want us to go more attacking. This will be interesting next year if we can get that going. But if we can't, then we can't. It's not the end of the world. I say that as they are probably going to fire me if I don't get that sooner or later. But they're pleased with the number of young players in the first team. And we're going to clear all of this now because, you know, it makes sense to do that. But either way, a successful season, 11th place, even if we lost the last day of the season, which is a bit annoying. But again, 11th place is still better than 17th place. Udinese, 4 wins in the last 5 matches saved them. What a ridiculous run from. Also, Parma, they got 10 points too. Both teams decided to turn up in the last couple of days of the season, and one of them went down. Remarkable, it really is. It also shows me that the 36 points I had when we were in that really bad run of form would have still kept us up. Good to know. Okay, so we're here now, and we have gone to the end of the season. Juventus win the title, Inter, Napoli, and Lazio all in Champions League football. Milan, Atalanta, and Bologna in European football. Bologna being in the Europa Conference League. Parma, Cagliari, and Sassuolo all going down. Cagliari being the surprise relegation team, honestly. I was not expecting them to go down. Parma, despite beating us, get relegated because Udinese won for the last 5 matches. Teams going up, though, are a nice little bunch. Livorno, Spezia, and Bari. Unfortunately, Bari getting promoted means that they're going to be our parent club still. But Brescia going down along with Padova, Monza, and Siena was a bit of a shock to me. I was not expecting that. We've actually just lost some people to the clubs. Odai Kazan has left us to go to Real Sporting Gijón, so that's not a bad loss. He was mostly covering some roles that we needed covering, so it's not the end of the world for him. While Georges has gone to Spal as a, well, under-18s physio. He's actually gone to be their main physio, which is actually better for him, so good for him in the end of the day. I'm also looking to try in Marvin Bartley as a coach. He's amazing looking. And we're going to bring in Jessica Hagati as an under-18s physio. She's got good stats too, 20 physios. So that's good stuff for us. We're going to end this here. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. I apologize for the length of the video. I got distracted again. Either way though, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.